if I don't feel 100% engaged with like the ethics of the university or the high school that I'm working in, I'm just like, peace out, guys. I can't.
Yeah, that's going to complicate things because the ethics are that funding never comes from like the wealthy moral people of the
Yeah.
world, right? Like
No, yeah. I worked for a high school that was a definitely like a private high school, and the amount of money that the students were paying was quite intense. And I had a student one day say something along the lines of, well, I don't need to clean my paintbrushes. My parents pay this much in tuition, so you can take care of that for me. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I loved working within the CSU system because the students are like my people. Like,
yeah.
after leaving academia, I have continued trying to be really engaged with students and talking about, the way that I view all of that,
Hmm.
all of the financial aspects of getting an education in art. And I have a lot of big feelings about it. And a lot of it comes from like my political perspective, and I'm speaking to you as if like I'm allowing for you to read behind, like between the lines. And it's like a hard thing because I have a lot of thoughts and I never know how much I want to put out onto the table as far as like talking about it with people, because I'm scared of, in so many different areas of my life, if people knew about like how vitriolic I get about particular aspects of how the art world works or how
Hmm.
the education system works, that they would be like, whoa, you're an intense person. And it's like too much to talk to you about this stuff. So
So you're worried that I'm going to be like afraid of you?
you're gonna judge me so hard.
No, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of academia in the sense that like I mean, I definitely didn't want I just think that a lot of it is I think people are very much really into the idea of expertise being so like the dialogue that's going on around like around doing your own research is so condescending, and it's like what, you went to a fucking institution, you paid billions of dollars, whatever, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Sorry, I have had Bill Gates on the brain.
Don't we all
It was just
always?
there was just a PBS NewsHour thing where he was just like he go like they asked him like what did you learn or about like interacting with Jeffrey Epstein, and he goes, well, he's dead. And it's
Okay.
like the weirdest fucking answer. But anyway, I think that there's like a lot of people that like, for example, there's a lot of people that are like pro science but don't actually know, like, it's more of like, hey, I'm a Democrat, rather than like, hey, I actually give a fuck about what science, and they mock anybody else who would have any critical thinking. Which I think, like, if academia is not about critical thinking anymore, which is what I find interesting, like, I know that I'm wrong about this, but like for a while, I kind of was like, every artist is somewhat of a critical thinker, right? And even though that can be kind of true, like, I think I've discovered that that's not necessarily the case the hard way by doing this podcast and just like interacting with people, and not just that they don't agree with me politically, but just how they like, so you can tell something about people but through their worldview, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so I just find that academia is pretty, it's just cringe is what it is. And then the idea that like Ivy League schools are anything other than institutions that propagate like generational wealth
Right.
and have anything to do with like actual meritocracy. What did you think of our conversation? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our merch store. Special thanks to our patrons. To become a patron, go to patreon.com/whatsmythesis. All the links are in the description below.